Alan Watts has this quote where he says, "We can become so consumed with trying to improve our lives that we altogether forget to live them." Is there a way that people can learn to let go of this compulsion a little bit?
That's a really good question. I think my second book implicitly answers some of that, and explicitly some of it as well. But the implicit part is there's an increased emphasis on social ties. And so for me, I snap out of the improvement/productivity trap to the degree that I'm able when I'm playing with my family, let's say, when we're joking, when we're sitting around a mealtime together, when there's peace there and we can joke and play. And I'm trying, particularly as I'm trying to regain my health, I'm trying to really rekindle that capacity to play and enjoy the moment, even if I'm not doing something productive. And that's a very difficult balance to attain optimally. Like any optimal balance is difficult to attain. It isn't obvious to me how much of, I have no idea the multiple sources of my health troubles. I was diagnosed this month with severe central sleep apnea. And so that was a great relief because I have a machine now, so I breathe properly. I was waking up 25 times an hour, apparently. My sleep was, so I was getting no restorative sleep. And so that was one major contributor. And since I've been breathing at night, I've actually been feeling quite a bit better, unsurprisingly. But I've been scouring my conscience to determine if you have an undiagnosed illness, especially if it's severe, it's very likely that you're going to tear yourself apart looking for what you did wrong to have this arise. And, I think that so I've been considering, did I take on too much responsibility? Did I work too much, et cetera, et cetera? I don't know the answer to that yet. But what I do know is that since I've been trying to regain my health, I've been doing a lot of walking, and that's been really good. And I'm not working while I'm walking. And I've been working out more, and I've been playing more, and I've been dancing more, and that's all useful. And that has to be balanced with that productivity. Because what you're looking for, you're looking for improvement, but you're looking for sustainable improvement. And so if you push yourself too hard, you destroy the sustainability across time. And you want that sustainability there. So you can't push yourself any farther than you're capable of going in the long run. I found, for example, because I've written diligently for a long time, daily, and I learned quite early on that writing more than 3 hours in a day was counterproductive. Whatever I gained from a 4-hour writing session, I'd lose the next day or two. So, but I also think you have to kind of push yourself past your limits before you can retract to the optimal place. And that can't be sort of defined a priori because each person's limit is different. And I think what you do when you're young, in your 20s, if you're operating in an optimal manner, is you push yourself to your limits and then pull back and adjust for sustainability. And I help lots of people do that in my clinical practice. I work with lawyers who are at the pinnacle of their profession, and the demands on them are incredible. They're working 60 to 80 hours a week. Generally, what I did with them was get them to take more days off. They couldn't work shorter days, but they could plan 4-day weekends 2 months in advance. And they could do that every 2 months. And inevitably, if they did that, the number of billable hours they produced went up, not down. So they'd maybe double their vacation time and increase their productivity. So it was a really good deal for them. They got their cake and eat it too. They got to have their cake and eat it too.
So do we need to learn to play, in a way? Play can be...
We need to remember how. We all know, right? I mean, play is so deeply embedded in human beings. It's one of our primary modes of cognition and adaptation. mammals have a specialized play circuit that's biologically, what would you say, specialized precisely for play. And it's an interesting circuit because a lot of this has been discovered by people who study animal behavior, especially among rats. But play in rats produces prefrontal lobe development, and that's the part of the brain that's responsible for highest order cognition. So rats have to play a lot to mature properly, and they play socially, and social play is social integration. There's no difference between the ability to play socially and being socially integrated. Like a good conversation at a dinner time is a form of play, because there's wit involved, and there's banter, and there's timing, and there's a dance, and there's the matching of your physical responses to the physical response of the other person. It's play. But play is very easily inhibited by almost any other motivational state. And so you can also tell that if you can get yourself into a playful mood, that you're in an optimal place. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do it. So it's a good sign that things are going right.